And we're live here in Falcon Park in Auburn, New York. I'm Evan Carocchio, and tonight the Auburn Doubledays are taking on the Geneva Redwings. It's Cancer Survivor Night, and there's fireworks after the game. So we've got ourselves a full house here in Falcon Park. Last night the Auburn Doubledays defeated the Geneva Redwings 9-0 ball game. 6 shutout innings from Gage Rowe secured the win for the Auburn Doubledays. Alex Deutsch was handed the loss for the Geneva Redwings. The players are making their way towards the right field exit as the cancer survivors will be making their way onto the field. So let's briefly meet tonight's starting lineup. Batting first for the Geneva Redwings, wearing number 39, EHing Tyson Bryant Dawson. Batting second, playing left field, wearing number 14, James Nunnally. Batting third, playing right field, wearing number 10, Matt Jennings. Batting cleanup, playing first base, wearing number 18, Zach Butler. Batting fifth, playing third base, wearing number 29, Joe Tiroli. Batting sixth, playing second base, wearing number 13, John Lewis. Batting seventh, playing center field, wearing number 1, Aiden Also Brooks. Batting eighth, catching number 27, Tyler Skaggs. Batting ninth, playing shortstop, number 23, Cooper Loyal. And batting last for the Geneva Redwings, DHing number 2, Christian Bermudez. On the mound tonight for the Geneva Redwings is number 21, Colin Pipkins. He comes into the game, he's got 0 wins, 1 loss in 4 games. He's got a 6.96 ERA and 12 strikeouts through 10 1/3 innings pitched. And now let's meet your Auburn Doubledays starting lineup. Batting first, wearing number 8, playing shortstop, Gavin Grapuso. Batting second, playing right field, wearing number 19, Ryan Grundy. Batting third, playing left field, number 10, Gabe Sanders. Batting cleanup, EHing number 35, Juan Perez. Batting fifth, playing first base, number 28, Avery Dozie. Batting sixth, DHing number 7, Fernando Espinal. Batting seventh, wearing number 1 and playing second base, Alex Sandell. Batting eighth, playing third base, number 39, Adam Sullivan. Batting ninth, playing center field, wearing number 22, Bradley Soto Diaz. And batting last for your Auburn Doubledays, catching number 30, Dalton Groves. On the mound tonight for the Auburn Doubledays is number 16, Theo Canning, who comes in the game with a 0-0 record. He's got an ERA of 6.17 and 11 2/3 innings pitched. He has thrown 8 strikeouts. He's looking for an excellent start tonight against the Geneva Redwings, and the Doubledays are looking to win back-to-back home games against the Red Wings. The Geneva Redwings come into this game with a record of 8 wins and 13 losses. They are 10 games behind first, and in their last 10, they are 3-6-1, 3 wins, 6 losses with 1 tie. And they lost last night versus the Doubledays, like I said, 9-0, and Alex Deutsch was unfortunately dealt with a loss. Gave up 9 runs through the amount of pitches that he threw in 5 innings. The Auburn Doubledays come into this game with a record of 15-8-1, 15 wins, 8 losses, 1 tie. They are 3.5 games behind the Batavia Muck Dogs, who are in first place. And in their last 10, they have 6 wins, 4 losses. Shutout last night versus the Geneva Redwings, and Gage Rowe through 6 innings, got the win. No earned runs, only 3 hits. He was excellent tonight. He had his best start last night of all season. So that is it for tonight's lineup between the Geneva Redwings and the Auburn Doubledays. The Doubledays are lined up in right field as the cancer survivors are making their way out. We'll be right back after the anthem will be sung and the ceremonial first pitch will be thrown as the fans are applauding the cancer survivors. We'll be back on the Auburn Doubledays YouTube channel. And the anthem has been sung. The ceremonial first pitch has been thrown. Doubledays baseball is just about underway here in Falcon Park on a beautiful 85-degree night for Cancer Survivor Night and fireworks after the game to celebrate the 4th of July. Starting on the mound for the Auburn Doubledays and their match between the Geneva Redwings is number 16, Theo Canning. He comes into the game with a nothing record. His ERA is 6.17 through 11 2/3 innings pitched. He has 8 strikeouts as well on the season. And last night, the Doubledays won versus the Red Wings 9-0. They're looking for another win here. That would be back-to-back home wins for them. And Canning is going to face off first against number 39, Tyson Bryant Dawson, the EH for the Geneva Red Wings. Canning, a righty pitcher, will face off against Bryant Dawson, a righty hitter, in the top of the first inning. And there's a throwdown to second. Dawson's going to make his way to the pitcher's box. First pitch is just about underway here in Falcon Park. We had a little bit of a standoff, though, before the game started. It was 2 Doubledays players versus 1 Red Wings players. But John Ciari, the manager for the Red Wings, said nope to his player, and that ended the standoff. It was just a brief, funny moment before the game started. Canning is going to come set. The pitch on the way, and that is taken for a strike. We are underway here in Falcon Park. First pitch strike for Canning is one way to make your presence known. And that next pitch is swung on and sorted. We've got an 0-2 count. Bryant Dawson was trying to hold up, but he went about 3/4 of the way around. 0-2 count to the righty Bryant Dawson. Canning's going to come set. The 0-2 pitch on the way, and that one is taken for a ball. We've got a 1-2 count. Canning looking for a strikeout here. That would be his first on the night. Comes set. The 1-2 pitch on the way, and that is swung on and missed. There is the first strikeout of the night for Theo Canning. An exceptional first at-bat pitching performance from Theo Canning, as Tyson Bryant Dawson goes down swinging. That's going to bring up the left fielder for the Red Wings, James Nunnally, a lefty in their lineup. We've got one out here in the top of the first inning. The pitch on the way, and that is taken for a strike. One 0 count with one out. The pitch on the way, and that is outside. Breaking ball could not find the zone. We've got a 1-1 count. The shift is on for the lefty. The 0-1, and that is well inside. We've got a 2-1 count. 84-mile-per-hour fastball from Canning could not find the zone. Canning's going to come set. The pitch on the way, and that one is swung on and whiffed. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out to the lefty Nunnally. Canning is going to come set with a 2-2 count. The pitch, and that one's going to be popped back our way for a foul ball. Nunnally is going to stay alive. Canning steps back on the mound after giving up a foul ball. The 2-2 pitch on the way, and that one is taken for a ball just outside of the box there. So the count is full with 1 out. Canning looking for a strikeout. The 3-2 pitch, and that is strike 3. Home plate umpire rings up Nunnally. That is back-to-back strikeouts for Theo Canning to get this second out here in the top of the first inning. A backwards K for James Nunnally. With 2 outs here in the top of the first, that is going to bring up Matt Jennings, the right fielder. Back-to-back Ks from Theo Canning. He's looked sharp so far. The pitch on the way, and that is outside. The 1-0 pitch on the way, and that is a ball inside. 2-0 count. The 2-0 pitch, and that is taken for a strike. That one had tremendous drop to it to find the strike zone. Theo Canning plays his college ball at Kenyon College. He's from Yonkers, New York. The 2-1 pitch, and that one's going to be belted into left field for a base hit. A single for Matt Jennings. That is going to be the first hit of the night for the Geneva Redwings. That's going to keep the inning alive with 2 outs. So that's 1 hit given up by Theo Canning so far, as Jennings is already off of first. It's going to bring up Zach Butler, the first baseman, cleanup batter for the Red Wings. Canning comes set, the pitch, and that is inside for ball 1. 1-0 count, 2 outs, 1 runner on. Fourth batter in the Red Wings lineup, due up. Jennings a few stride off of first. Canning gave him a look. He's going to throw back, and the throw is not in time. Good pickoff attempt there by Canning to keep Jennings close on first. Doesn't want him to pick up a stolen bag off of him. That would put a runner in scoring position. Canning's going to come set the pitch, and that one's going to be hit right field side, but foul. One count, 2 outs. Canning's approaching 20 pitches on the night so far in the first. Giving Jennings a look. Comes set, the 1-1. And he's going to throw back to first, but the throw is wild. Jennings is going to go to second base on a wild pickoff attempt. So now we have a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. A base hit here would score 1, make it a 1-0 ball game. We do have a 1-1 count to Zach Butler, the righty cleanup batter. Jennings is already off of second base. Canning's giving him a look. The pitch on the way, and that one is fouled back our way. One-two count. Canning gets ahead in the count. With 2 outs, he's looking for another strikeout here after giving up a base hit to Matt Jennings. Canning comes set, gives the runner a look. 1-2 pitch on the way, and that one is swung on and missed. There's your strikeout, Theo Canning. 3 strikeouts in the top of the first after giving up a base hit. What a way to end a hard-fought battle at the plate. Canning comes out victorious in the top of the first after giving up 1 hit. 0-0 ball game. We're going to make our way to the bottom of the first inning. We'll be right back on the Auburn Doubledays YouTube channel for the Doubledays at Bats. We're back here for the bottom of the first inning. 0-0 ball game. Theo Canning gave up one hit in the top of the first inning to the Red Wings. And on the bump for the Geneva Redwings tonight is Colin Pipkins. Comes into the game with an 0-1 record, 0 wins, 1 loss in 4 games, 6.96 ERA, 12 strikeouts on the season, and 10.13 inning pitched. And leading off for your Auburn Doubledays tonight is the lefty shortstop, Gavin Grapuso, who comes in the game with a .280 batting average. Pipkins is going to come set. The pitch on the way, and that is taken for a ball. 1-0 count. The pitch on the way, and that is taken for a strike. First strike of the night from Colin Pipkins. The 1-1, and that one's fouled back our way. Count is 1-2. Pipkins gets ahead in the count. As Grapuso is going to step back in the box after a few practice swings. He's down 1-2, looking for a base hit here. Doesn't want to strike out. Pipkins comes set. The 1-2, and that one's going to be hit to the first baseman, Zach Butler, who steps on the bag and acquires the first out here in the bottom of the first inning. That is going to be a put out by Zach Butler. And that's going to bring up Ryan Grundy, the right fielder, with 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. The pitch on the way, and that one is swung on and whiffed. Grundy, another lefty for the Auburn Doubledays. The 0-1 pitch, and that one finds the zone. We've got an 0-2 count. Grundy behind in the count, looking to get things going for the Auburn Doubledays here in the bottom of the first inning. The pitch on the way, and that one's going to go into right field for a base hit. First hit of the night for the Auburn Doubledays comes from Ryan Grundy. A base hit single into right field to put the Doubledays on the board with 1 hit. With 1 out and a runner on first base, that is going to bring up the left fielder, Gabe Sanders, looking to move around Grundy off of first. Pipkins going to come set. The pitch on the way, and that is taken for a ball. 1-0 count. Off of first is Grundy, and there he goes to second. That one's going to go into left field for a base hit for Gabe Sanders. Back-to-back base hits for the Auburn Doubledays. They've got 2 on the night. We have a runner in scoring position. A single into left field from Gabe Sanders gets things going for the Auburn Doubledays here in the bottom of the first inning. 1 out. 2 hits for the Auburn Doubledays. That's going to bring up the EH, Juan Perez, the cleanup batter. Looking to move around Grundy off of second. The pitch on the way from Pipkins, and that one's fouled third base side. 10th pitch of the night from Colin Pipkins. As Perez calls time, gets some signs from his head coach, Steve LaRose, off of third base. Pipkins gives Grundy a look on second. The pitch on the way, and that is taken for a strike. We've got an 0-2 count with 1 out in the bottom of the first inning. 2 runners on. Perez down 0-2, looking to stay alive and get a base hit. What can he do? The 0-2 pitch on the way, and that is taken for a ball. 1-2 count with 1 out. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners off their bags. Pipkins gives Grundy a look on second. And he's going to step off the mound because Ryan Grundy was way too far down the second base line. You can see Ryan Grundy staring down Pipkins on the mound, dancing a bit. The pitch on the way, and there's a 2-2 count now to the righty, Juan Perez. Perez also pitches for the Auburn Doubledays when needed. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 runners on. The pitch on the way, and that is taken for a ball. Perez was down 1-2. It is now a 3-2 count. Base hit, ball 4 scenario for Juan Perez here, as he takes a few practice swings in the box. Pipkins gives Grundy a look. The 3-2 pitch is not on the way as he steps off the mound. Saw that Grundy was too far off the bag, so he stepped off. That gave himself a minute to take a breath. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch, and that one's going to be popped up over by the Red Wings dugout and going to hit off of the net. So we still have a 3-2 count to Juan Perez. Fans on their feet with a full count approach on the way from Pipkins. Runners are on. Fans want to see a base hit here. Canning going to get some signs from the catcher, Tyler Skaggs. Gives Grundy a look on second. He's dancing around. He's going to throw back to second. And that is in time to get Ryan Grundy. That's the second out here in the bottom of the first inning. Grundy was well too far off of the bag. He got picked off. Great pickoff move there by Colin Pipkins to get Ryan Grundy there. We still have a 3-2 count. The pitch on the way, and that is taken for ball 4. So there's that base hit ball 4 scenario from Juan Perez. He wins the pitching duel with a walk. So that's going to bring up for the Auburn Doubledays the first baseman Avery Dozy with 2 outs and 2 runners on. The pitch from Pipkins is taken for a strike. Two outs, 0-1 count. Grundy caught, picked off at second base. The pitch on the way, and that one is swung on and whiff. We've got an 0-2 count. Gabe Sanders on second base. Juan Perez on first. 0-2 count. Dozy looking for a hit here. The pitch, and that is taken for a ball. Pipkins approaching 20 pitches on the night. The 1-2 pitch on the way, and that one is swung on and missed. There's a first strikeout of the night for Colin Pipkins as he catches Avery Dozy swinging. So Doubledays pick up 2 hits here in the bottom of the first inning. 0-0 ball game. We'll be right back for the second inning on the Auburn Doubledays YouTube channel. We're back here in the top of the second inning. Leading off for the Geneva Redwings is Joe Tiroli, the third baseman. Canning's got 3 strikeouts on the night so far. The pitch on the way, and that is taken for a strike. Doubledays have 2 hits. Red Wings have 1. The pitch on the way, and that one's going to be hit into center field for a base hit. That one got underneath the glove of Theo Canning. So there's a single into center field for Joe Tiroli. And with no outs and 1 runner on, that is going to bring up John Lewis, the second baseman for the Red Wings. As off of first already is Tiroli. Canning's going to give him a brief look. The throwback to first is not in time on a pickoff attempt from Canning. Stepping back into the box is John Lewis. Canning gives Tiroli a look. The pitch on the way, and there goes Tiroli to second, and that one's going to dribble into right field for a base hit, and Tiroli's going to be held up at third base. A base hit into right field from John Lewis moves Tiroli to third base. That one went in between the first baseman, Avery Dozy, and Alex Sandell. So that's 3 hits on the night for the Geneva Red Wings. And that is going to bring up Aiden Brooks, the center fielder, with 2 runners on. The pitch on the way, and that is taken for a strike. 0-1 count, no outs. John Lewis off of first. Canning gives him a look. A pitch on the way, and that one's going to be fouled. Third base side, out of play into the Doubledays bullpen. 0-2 count, Canning ahead, looking for a strikeout here. That would be his 4th of the night. Canning getting signs from Dalton Groves. And the batter is going to call time as Canning took too long to throw the next pitch. That's going to clear Theo Canning's mind. John Lewis was dancing around on the first base path. He's dancing around right now, a few strides off of first. Canning gives him a look, comes set. The 0-2 pitch, and that is taken for a ball. 1-2 count with no routes, runners on the corners. Canning gives Lewis a look. The 1-2 pitch, and that one's going to be popped up towards left field again and out of play. 25th pitch of the night for Theo Canning. Lewis off of first. Off of third is Tiroli. 1-2 count. The pitch, and that is taken for a ball. Before Canning even comes set, Lewis is dancing around off of first. The 1-2 pitch, and that one's going to be popped up. Lewis was stealing there, and this one's going into center field. Running over that is Bradley Soto Diaz, who makes the grab. What a catch there by the center fielder. That's an F8 putout for the first out here in the top of the second inning. That pop-up did not score any runs, so off of third still is Joe Tiroli, and off of first still is John Lewis. No runners moved. Lewis was attempting to steal there, but had to go back because of the pop fly. And that's going to bring up the catcher, Tyler Skaggs, for the Red Wings with 1 out. Still runners on the corners. And he gives Lewis a look. The pitch on the way, and that is taken for a strike. Great breaking ball pitch there that found the zone, came in at 73 miles per hour. Kenning gives Lewis a look again. Doesn't want him to steal. He's going to throw back to first, but the throw is not in time. Skaggs plays his college ball at Allegheny College. 0-1 count. The pitch on the way, and that one's going to be popped up right field side and out of play. Owens 2 count with 1 out. Red Wings looking to do some damage with runners on the corners. And Kenning looking for his strikeout of the night, his third. The pitch on the way, and that one is swung on and missed. The throw down to second, and we've got ourselves a rundown. The throw back to first, and there goes Lewis to second. The throw to second is in time to get the stealing John Lewis. So a great throw there by Dalton Groves to catch John Lewis stealing. And that is going to end the top of the second inning. No runs are going to score because of the caught stealing rundown. Great play there by the Auburn Doubledays defense to get John Lewis out. And that is the 4th strikeout of the night for Theo Canning. Great pitch there. We're going to make our way to the bottom of the second inning for the Auburn Doubledays at-bats. A great play there by Dalton Groves to catch John Lewis stealing and not give up any runs. We'll be back for the bottom of the second inning on the Auburn Doubledays YouTube channel. We are back here for the bottom of the second inning. It is a 1-0 ball game. That run is going to count. So Joe Tiroli was able to score on a fielder's choice pickoff attempt that picked off John Lewis, trying to steal second. And due up for the Auburn Doubledays is Fernando Espinal, the DH. He's working with a 1-1 count as the field umpire says that he did in fact swing at that one. So we do have a 1-0 ball game here in Falcon Park. Red Wings up by 1. The pitch on the way from Pipkins, and it's taken for a strike as Espinal swung and whiffed at that one. 1-2 count. Pipkins gets ahead. Espinal looking to get things going for the Doubledays offensively here in the bottom of the second with a base hit. Pipkins comes set. The 1-2 is outside for ball 2. 2-2 count on the way, the pitch. And that one's going to be hit shortly, third base side, but foul. Two and two count, no outs. The pitch, and that one is swung on and missed. There's the second strikeout of the night for Colin Pipkins as Fernando Espinal goes down swinging. So with one out here in the bottom of the second inning, that is going to bring up Alex Sandell, the second baseman, who was a part of the rundown that got John Lewis out. The pitch on the way is taken for a ball. 1-0 count with one out. The pitch on the way, and that one's going to be hit into left field and drop in for a base hit. Sandell's going to round first. He's going to second. The throw to second is not in time. A double for Alex Sandell. Show off your double celebration. Doubledays offense is alive here in the bottom of the second inning. Fans love to see that. A great slide there and run by Alex Sandell to run out a double. So we've got a runner in scoring position with one out. That's going to bring up Adam Sullivan, the third baseman. The pitch on the way is that one's going to be hit to the first baseman, Zach Butler, who grabs it and steps on first. But that is going to move around Alex Sandell to third base on a fielder's choice, as that is the second out here in the bottom of the second. So we've got one runner in their corner, and that's going to bring up Bradley Soto Diaz. And that one is fouled, third base side. Count is 0-1 with two outs. Pipkins comes set, the pitch on the way, and that one is high, and it gets past the glove of Tyler Skaggs, and running home is Sandell, and he scores! That is a 1-1 ball game. Doubledays tie it up. Great heads-up play there by Alex Sandell to run home to score one run for the Auburn Doubledays here in the bottom of the second inning. That one got past the glove of Tyler Skaggs, and Skaggs could not make the play to tag him out. The pitch on the way to Soto Diaz is a ball. So a wild pitch scores Alex Sandell. We've got a 2-1 count to Soto Diaz. The pitch on the way is going to be popped up and out of play. We've got a 2-2 count. 1-1 game. Fans love to see that score. The 2-2 on the way to the righty Soto Diaz is taken for a ball. We've got a full count approach here. This is a base hit ball four scenario for Bradley Soto Diaz. Pipkins comes set. The pitch on the way is swung on and missed, though. There is the third strikeout of the night for Colin Pipkins as he gets Bradley Soto Diaz, but not after one run comes in on a wild pitch from Pipkins that scored Alex Sandell. Sandell also hit a double in the bottom of the second. So we've got a tie ball game as we make our way to the top of the third inning. We'll be back for the Red Wings at-bats on the Auburn Doubledays YouTube channel. We are back here for the top of the third inning. Tie ball game on the double by Sandell, as he also scored on a wild pitch. And that's going to bring up Cooper Loyal for the Red Wings, the shortstop. The pitch on the way from Canning is taken for a strike. So through 2 innings, Theo Canning has thrown around 30 pitches. He's got 4 strikeouts. The pitch on the way, and that one's going to be hit to the shortstop, Gavin Grapuso. The throw to first is in time for the first out here in the top of the third inning. Great play there by Gavin Grapuso. So with 1 out, that is going to bring up Christian Bermudez, a DH, the last batter in the Red Wings lineup. He's working with 1 out, looking to get things going for the Red Wings. The pitch is swung on and whiffed. 0-1 count with 1 out. The pitch from Canning is popped up into right field. Underneath that is Grundy, and he retires Christian Bermudez. An F9 put out flips the lineup around, and that is going to bring up the leadoff batter, Tyson Bryant Dawson, who struck out swinging in the top of the first inning. We're working with 2 outs here in the top of the third. 1-1 ball game. And he comes set. The pitch on the way is taken for a ball. 1-0 count. The pitch is called strike by the home plate umpire. Tyson Bryant Dawson could not believe that one. A great breaking ball pitch there by Canning. 1-1 count. Canning comes set. The pitch on the way is popped up. First base side. Calling off is Alex Sandell as he retires Tyson Bryant Dawson. He called off Avery Dozie. Great grab there by the second baseman to pick up the third out here in the top of the third. We're going to make our way to the bottom of the third. We'll be right back. We are back here for the bottom of the third inning. Still a tied ball game, 1-1. And leading off is the last batter in the Doubledays lineup, the catcher, Dalton Groves. Pipkins comes set. The pitch on the way is taken for a ball. 1-0 count. The pitch on the way is popped up first base side over by the Red Wings dugout and out of play. That one hit off of the screen and went to a fan for a souvenir. 1-1 count. No outs, no runners on. Groves looking to get things going for the Doubledays. The pitch on the way is taken for a strike. A great breaking ball pitch there from Colin Pipkins. The 1-2, and that one is well high. We've got a 2-2 count. Pipkins comes set. The 2-2 is swung on and whiffed. There's the fourth strikeout of the night for Colin Pipkins as he retires Dalton Groves. The lineup is going to flip over here in the bottom of the third inning with 1 out. Gavin Grapuso is due up. He ground balled in the top of the first to the first baseman for the first out in the top of the first. He's dealing with 1 out here. The pitch on the way is outside for ball 1. The 1-0 is popped up to left field and out of play. 1-1 count with 1 out. Pipkins comes set. The 1-1 is well high. We've got a 2-1 count with 1 out. Half of a full count now to the lefty Gavin Grapuso. The 2-1 is going into left field for a base hit. A single by Gavin Grapuso as he gets things going for the Auburn Doubledays offense in the bottom of the third inning. Great hit there by Gavin Grapuso to put a runner on the bases. So with 1 out and 1 runner on, that is going to bring up the right fielder, Ryan Grundy, who singled in the first inning, but was caught stealing. He's looking to move around Grapuso, who was off first, and the throwback to first is not in time. Try to get the almost stealing Grapuso. Grapuso is known for stealing. He leads the league in stolen bags. The pitch on the way is called a strike outside corner of the plate to the lefty Ryan Grundy. Grapuso off of first. And the throwback to first is not in time. So 2 pickoff attempts by Colin Pipkins to try to get Gavin Grapuso. Grapuso off of first, looking to go, and there he goes to second. That pitch is swung on and missed. There's a stolen bag for Gavin Grapuso on the swing and miss by Ryan Grundy. We do have a 0-2 count with 1 out to Ryan Grundy, but we have a runner in scoring position, so a base hit would score Gavin Grapuso. Shortstop for the Red Wings, Cooper Loyal, keeping Grapuso close. The pitch on the way from Pipkins is swung on and missed. 2 strikeouts for the Auburn Doubledays offense in the bottom of the third inning. That is the 5th strikeout of the night for Pipkins as he retires Ryan Grundy. So with 2 outs, that is going to bring up Gabe Sanders, the left fielder, who also singled in the first inning. Grapuso off of second. No one really keeping him close. Pipkins gives him a look. The 0-0 is taken for a ball. Gets under the glove of Skaggs, but Grapuso is going to stay on second because it did not get past his glove far enough. One ball, no strikes. The pitch is taken for a strike. We've got a 1-1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch on the way is taken for a strike. We've got a 1-2 count as Pipkins gets ahead in the count. Rapuso is off of second. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pipkins gives Rapuso a look. The pitch on the way is taken for a ball, and there goes Rapuso to third base. Another stolen bag for Gavin Rapuso, showing off his wheels. So we've got a runner on the corner with 2 outs, 2-2 count. Rapuso off of third already. The pitch on the way is swung on and missed. There's the 6th strikeout of the night for Colin Pipkins. Rapuso left stranded on third base as Pipkins retires Gabe Sanders. That is it for the 3rd inning. The young fans are going to run the bases. Entertainment for the fans here. 1-1 ball game. We're going to make our way to the top of the 4th inning. We'll be back on the Auburn Doubledays YouTube channel. We're back here for the top of the 4th. Young fans ran the bases. 1-1 ball game. And leading off for the Red Wings is James Nunnally in the 4th, who struck out looking in the 1st inning. Theo Canning has 4 strikeouts on the night. Colin Pipkins has 6 strikeouts on the night. The pitch on the way from Canning is taken for a ball. Canning comes set. The pitch on the way is popped up to left field and out of play. A souvenir for the young fans who just ran the bases. 1-1 count. Canning getting signs from Dalton Groves. The pitch on the way is outside for ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike, no outs. The pitch on the way is outside for ball 3. Three and 1. The pitch on the way is outside for ball 4 as Theo Canning gives up a walk. We've got a runner on first base with no outs, and that is going to bring up Matt Jennings for the Geneva Red Wings, a right fielder who singled in the 1st inning, then picked up a stolen bag. Off of first is James Nunnally. Canning gives him a look, comes set, and the throwback to first is not in time. Oh, count, no outs, 1-1 ball game. Nunnally off of first, dancing around. The pitch on the way is chopped back our way to make it 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, no outs. The pitch on the way from Canning is outside for ball 1. Great stretch there by Dalton Groves to keep Nunnally on first base. One count. The pitch on the way, and a fake steal from James Nunnally, as that one was called a ball by the home plate umpire. Theo Canning approaching 40 pitches through 3 full innings. The pitch on the way is swung on and whiffed. We've got a 2-2 count. Great pitch there by Theo Canning to get Matt Jennings swinging. Canning ahead of the count, 2-2. Gives Nunnally a look. Comes set. The 2-2 is low in the turf dirt. Great stop there by Dalton Groves, but the count is 3-2. Base hit ball 4 scenario for Matt Jennings, and strikeout scenario approaching for Theo Canning. Canning's going to come set. He gave Nunnally a look. The pitch on the way is fouled towards the Geneva Redwings dugout. Three balls, 2 strikes, full count. Nunnally off of first. The pitch on the way is driven into left field and drops for a base hit. Rounding second is James Nunnally. He's going to round third. The throw in is going to throw to Adam Sullivan. The Red Wings are going to score on a stand-up double by Matt Jennings. That is a 2-1 ball game on a ball driven into deep left field by Matt Jennings that scores James Nunnally. So Doubledays are down by 1 here in the top of the 4th. Red Wings score with no outs. Runners in scoring position. That is going to bring up Zach Butler as he pops up to center field. Running underneath that is Bradley Soto Diaz. He makes the grab. And Matt Jennings will not run. He will not tag up. So that is an F8 put out by Bradley Soto Diaz to get the first out here in the top of the 4th. That is going to bring up Joe Tiroli, who singled and scored his last at-bat in the 2nd. The pitch on the way is popped up to center field and drops in for a base hit for Joe Tiroli. Rounding is going to be Matt Jennings, and he is going to score. The Red Wings have 5 hits on the game. The Doubledays have 4 hits as Joe Tiroli picks up a single. To score Matt Jennings. So with 1 out, it is a 3-1 ball game. Due up is John Lewis, who singled in the 2nd. Off of first is Joe Tiroli. Canning gave him a look. The throwback to first is not in time. John Lewis called time, but the home plate umpire did not grant him time because Theo Canning stepped off of the mound to try and pick off Joe Tiroli. The pitch on the way, and that one's going to be dribbled to the first baseman, Avery Dozy, for the 2nd out here in the top of the 5th inning. Joe Tiroli is going to move to second base. 2 outs now, as Avery Dozy steps on first base to retire John Lewis. That's going to bring up Aiden Also Brooks, the lefty for the Red Wings. their 7th batter in their lineup. The pitch on the way, and that one is dribbled to Avery Dozy again. He's going to step on first base to record the 3rd out. Back-to-back plays by Avery Dozy to retire the Red Wings batters, but runs will come in for the Red Wings here in the top of the 4th. It is a 3-1 ball game. A double by Matt Jennings scored James Nunnally, and he scored himself. 3-1 ball game. Doubledays down by 2. Looking for some more runs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. We'll be right back on the Auburn Doubledays YouTube channel. We are back here for the bottom of the 4th. 3-1 ball game. Red Wings up. Due up is Juan Perez, the cleanup batter for the Doubledays, who walked in the 1st inning. That first pitch finds the zone from Colin Pipkins, who's got 6 strikeouts on the night. The pitch on the way is taken for a ball. 1-1 count to Perez. Perez looking to get on the bag here in any way possible. The pitch on the way is going to be hit off of Colin Pipkins and go to the shortstop. The throw to first is dropped, and Perez is going to round first base. He's going to go on second base on a wild throw from the shortstop, Cooper Loyal. A base hit single by Juan Perez as the throw to first was dropped by Zach Butler. So that is going to be an error for the Red Wings defense, but a single by Juan Perez. So we've got a runner in scoring position as he gets to second on the wild throw. The pitch on the way is taken for a strike to Avery Dozy, the first baseman, who struck out swinging in the 1st. Juan Perez did in fact listen. He got on base in any way possible. The pitch on the way is going to be popped up and out of play. 0-2 count as Colin Pipkins is approaching 50 pitches on the night. No balls, 2 strikes, 3-1 ball game. Red Wings up. The pitch on the way is high for ball 1 of the at-bat. 1-2 count. Avery Dozy still behind, though, on the first ball of the at-bat. Pipkins is going to give Perez a look. Keeping him close is Cooper Loyal. The pitch on the way is taken for a ball. We've got a 2-2 count as Avery Dozy is slowly but surely making himself back into the pitching count. Pipkins gives Perez a look. The 2-2 is outside. Full count as Dozy works himself back in the count. He was down 1-2. It is now 3-2, a full count approach to the lefty Avery Dozy. Base hit, ball four scenario for Dozy. Pipkins is going to give Perez a look. Comes set. The 3-2 is called strike three by the home plate umpire. Avery Dozy goes down looking for the first out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. With one out and a runner on second base, that is going to bring up Fernando Espinal, the DH, who struck out swinging in the second inning. A base hit here would score Perez off of second. The pitch on the way is taken for a ball. Perez off of second. No one is keeping him close. Pipkins is going to come set. Give him a look. The pitch on the way is swung on and whiff. We've got a 1-1 count. One-on-one count. Fans want to see a base hit from Fernando Espinal. The pitch on the way is going to be popped up into shallow right field. Running over to that is Matt Jennings, and he retires Fernando Espinal. Perez looked like he was going to go to third base, but instead held up. Great throw by Jennings to keep Perez on second. So now we've got two outs here in the bottom of the fourth as Espinal is retired. That is going to bring up Alex Sandell, the second baseman, who scored in the second inning off of a double and then a wild pitch that scored him. The pitch on the way is taken for a strike. That pitch was right down the middle and clocked in at 88 from Pipkins. Oh and 1 count with two outs. Pipkins gives Perez a look. The pitch is taken for a ball. We've got a 1-1 count. The 1-1 is going to be popped up. Pipkins pointing at it. Let's see who grabs it. And that is going to be the third out as Joe Tiroli, the third baseman, comes in and grabs it. That is going to be an F5 that retires Alex Sandell. That's it here in the bottom of the fourth. Still a 3-1 ball game. Perez left stranded. We'll be back for the top of the fifth inning on the Auburn Doubledays YouTube channel. We've got a pitching change here in the top of the 5th. Pitching now is number 5, Ethan Fulton for the Auburn Doubledays. The pitch on the way to Tyler Skaggs, is taken for a ball. First pitch from Ethan Fulton, the righty reliever, is a ball. The 1-0 is going to drop in the zone for a strike. 1-1 count with no outs. Still a 3-1 ball game. Red Wings up. The O'Canning night ends after 4 innings pitched, 4 strikes, 1 walk. That next pitch is popped up out of play. 1-2 count as Fulton gets ahead. And Canning gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, and 3 of those were earned. We've got a 1-2 count. The pitch on the way from Fulton is going to be fouled towards the Auburn Doubledays dugout. Count is still 1-2 to Tyler Skaggs. The pitch on the way is going to be hit right back to Fulton, who gloves it cleanly. The throw to first is in time. Great play there by Ethan Fulton to retire the catcher Tyler Skaggs. So with 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning, that is going to bring up Cooper Loyal, the shortstop for the Geneva Redwings, who grounded out to short in his last at-bat in the 3rd. The pitch on the way is going to be hit to the second baseman, Alex Sandell. Throw to first is in time. Great play there by the second baseman for the Doubledays, Alex Sandell, to put out Cooper Loyal. 2 quick outs by the Doubledays defense here in the top of the 5th. That is going to bring up the last batter, Christian Bermudez, the DH. The pitch on the way from Fulton is going to be popped up first base side and out of play. 0-1 count. The pitch on the way from Fulton is going to drop in for a strike. 0-2 as Fulton gets ahead. Comes set. The 0-2 pitch is going to be fouled towards the Doubledays dugout. Bermudez popped up to right field in his last at-bat. He's down 0-2. The pitch on the way is going to be swung on a miss. There's a strikeout from Ethan Fulton. 3 up, 3 down. Great inning by the Doubledays defense. No hits given up, no runs given up. Still a 3-1 ball game. We'll be back for the Doubledays at-bat in the bottom of the 5th inning on the Auburn Doubledays YouTube channel. We are back here for the bottom of the 5th inning. Due up for the Auburn Doubledays is Adam Sullivan, the third baseman for the Doubledays, as that pitch is going to be foul-tipped for strike 1 from Colin Pipkins. Still on the mound for the Red Wings. The 0-1 on the way is going to be swung on and missed. We've got an 0-2 count. Sullivan grounded out to first in the 2nd inning. He's down 0-2. Let's see what he can do down 0-2. The pitch on the way is going to be inside for ball 1. 1-2 count. The pitch on the way is swung on and missed. There's another strikeout for Colin Pipkins as he retires Adam Sullivan. So Sullivan goes down swinging. That is the 7th strikeout of the night for Colin Pipkins. Bradley Soto Diaz due up to the plate, and he's only needed one pitch. He's going to smack that one to center field, and that one is going to be dropped. Another collision in center field. Diaz is rounding second. He's going to third. The throw-in is going to keep Diaz at third. We do have a collision in left center field. Let's hope that James Nunnally and Aiden Also Brooks are all right, as the athletic trainer is making her way out there. A triple for Bradley Soto Diaz. Only one pitch needed as he smacks it to left center field. Great hit there by Bradley Soto Diaz. We've got a runner on third base with one out, but our concern right now is Aiden Also Brooks and James Nunnally, as we had a collision on the pop fly attempt that was dropped. The manager for the Red Wings, John Ciari, is making his way out there. Let's hope that Aiden Also Brooks and James Nunnally are all right, as the trainer is out there checking on them. It appears that they are both all right, because the trainer is making her way towards the Doubledays dugout and John Ciari is walking off. We do have one out here in the bottom of the 5th, but we have a runner on the corner. A triple by Bradley Soto Diaz is going to be the 6th hit of the night for the Auburn Doubledays, compared to the Red Wings' 5 hits. We're familiar with collisions here, unfortunately, as Brandon Hofscheiser was injured on a collision. Brandon Hofscheiser, unfortunately, is done for the season off of the collision. But it appears that both Red Wings players are okay, so that's a good sign for the Red Wings. And the pitch on the way to Dalton Groves is taken for a ball. 3-1 ball game. Red Wings up. Bradley Soto Diaz on third. 1-0 count. The pitch is going to be hit to the shortstop, Cooper Loyal. The throw to first is in time to retire Dalton Groves, but a run will come in. 3-2 ball game. An RBI for Dalton Groves to score Bradley Soto Diaz. That is going to be a putout by the shortstop, Cooper Loyal. A 6-3 putout, but an RBI by Dalton Groves scores Bradley Soto Diaz. And due up to the plate as the lineup flips over is Gavin Rapuso. He swings at the first one. He's down 0-1. We've got 2 outs. The pitch on the way is going to be hit right back to Pipkins. He's going to run down Rapuso. The throw to first is in time to get the speedy Pipkins. 1 run will come in for the Auburn Doubledays. They're inching their way back in the ball game. Score is 3-2. Red Wings up by 1. A triple by Bradley Soto Diaz as he scores himself will be the run for the Doubledays. We're going to make our way to the top of the 6th inning. We'll be back on the Auburn Doubledays YouTube channel. We are back here for the top of the 6th inning, 3-2 ball game, as the Doubledays were able to score a run in the bottom of the 5th inning. Soto Diaz hit a triple into left center field and then came in and scored on an RBI from Dalton Groves. Pitching is Ethan Fulton, and due up is Tyson Bryant Dawson. The pitch on the way is going to be fouled back our way. 10th pitch of the night from Ethan Fulton. Bryant Dawson popped up to second base in the 3rd inning. The pitch on the way is going to be inside for ball 1. Fulton has 1 strikeout on the night. The pitch on the way is inside, almost clips Bryant Dawson. Two balls, 1 strike. Fulton comes set. The pitch is taken for a strike. 2-2 count as Fulton gets ahead. The 2-2 on the way is inside. 3-2 approach to the righty Tyson Bryant Dawson. Doubledays have 6 hits. Red Wings have 5. Fulton shakes off a sign. The 3-2 on the way is inside for ball 4. That is a walk given up by Ethan Fulton to Tyson Bryant Dawson to put a runner on first base here in the top of the 6th. And with no outs, 1 runner on, that is going to bring up James Nunnally, the left fielder, who walked in the 4th inning and struck out looking in the 1st. Bryant Dawson off of first. The pitch on the way is going to be swung on and whiffed. Nunnally swinging for the fences there. Oh, 1 count. Dawson off of first. And there he goes to second. The throw down to second is not in time. The throw from Groves pulled Grapuso off of the bag. So that is a stolen bag for Tyson Bryant Dawson. We've got a runner in scoring position with no outs here in the top of the 6th inning. 1-1 count to James Nunnally, as that one did not find the zone. Fulton giving Bryant a look, and that pitch is going to find the zone. 1-2 count. Bryant Dawson off of second. Grapuso keeping him close. 1-2 count. The pitch from Fulton is outside for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Fulton giving Bryant Dawson a look. Bryant Dawson dancing around. The 2-2 is outside. 3-2 count with no outs. Full count approach coming from Ethan Fulton. Gives Bryant Dawson a look. The pitch on the way is fouled back our way. The count is still full. That one is collected by the bat boy for the Auburn Doubledays. The 3-2 pitch on the way is low, and there's a walk given up by Ethan Fulton as Nunnally is going to make his way down the first base path. That is back-to-back walks given up by Ethan Fulton. And that's going to bring up Matt Jennings, the right fielder, who singled in the 1st and doubled in the 4th. 2-2 on the night. Fulton's going to come set, give the runners a look, and there goes the runners to 2nd and 3rd. 2 stolen bags for the Red Wings as Bryant Dawson steals to 3rd, and Nunnally steals to 2nd base. So we have 2 runners in scoring position, no runners on first, as Ethan Fulton is going to step off and take a moment to catch his breath. Runners are on 2nd and 3rd, no outs, 1-0 count to Matt Jennings. The pitch on the way is going to be popped up to right field. Running over is Ryan Grundy. Can he grab it? And yes, he does. He grabs it against the wall, and Bryant Dawson is going to tag up. A great grab there by Ryan Grundy to get the first out here in the top of the 6th. So we have 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning, but a run will come in as Tyson Bryant Dawson tagged up. And James Nunnally is on third base. So we have a runner on third. No runners on first and second. 4-2 ball game. The pitch on the way to Zach Butler is taken for a ball. Butler popped up to center field in the 4th inning. 2-0 count with 1 out. The pitch on the way from Fulton is going to be cracked to Adam Sullivan. Gives the runner a look. The throw to first is in time. Great play there by Adam Sullivan, the third baseman, to retire Zach Butler. 5-3 put out to get the second out here in the top of the 6th inning. No runs will score as Sullivan gave James Nunnally a look. And that's going to bring up Joe Tiroli, who walked in the 2nd and singled in the 4th. He's got a runner on 3rd. The pitch on the way is going to be swung on and whiffed. Great pitch there by Ethan Fulton to catch Tiroli swinging. And that one is going to be cracked. Running back is Bradley Soto Diaz. Did he make the grab? Yes, he did. What a grab by Bradley Soto Diaz to get the 3rd out. What a great play. Wow, that was phenomenal. He covered a lot of ground and dove out for that one and got the out. That kept the runner from scoring as well and did not give up a base hit. What a play by Bradley Soto Diaz. He is having himself a night out at center field and at home plate as he hit a triple. Doubledays teammates are going to applaud him and meet him out there and give him high fives. What a great play there by Bradley Soto Diaz as he stretched out for that one to retire Joe Tiroli. Doubledays fans love to see that one too. So that's going to be it here in the top of the 6th. We are going to make our way to the bottom of the 6th. 4-2 ball game. 1 run did come in. We'll be right back on the Auburn Doubledays YouTube channel. We're back here for the bottom of the 6th inning. The camera unfortunately did die, but leading off is Gavin Grapuso for the Doubledays. Pipkin still on the mound. The pitch on the way, and it is a 1-1 count to Gavin Grapuso. Pipkins comes set, 1-1. The pitch on the way is drilled to right field, and running back is going to be Matt Jennings. Can he grab it? And that one is gone! A home run by Gavin Grapuso here in the top of the 6th inning. That was actually Ryan Grundy who hit a home run. What a great hit, as that one was drilled back to right field. A home run for Ryan Grundy. That one was smacked. So it is a 4-3 ball game. Due up is Gabe Sanders with no outs. And that one is going to be popped up. Running over to that is the right fielder, Matt Jennings, and he gets the out. So we've got one out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And that one is going to be drilled into right field for a base hit from Juan Perez. We've got one out and one runner on, 4-3 ball game. As the catcher, Tyler Skaggs, is going to go out to Colin Pipkins, give him a moment to catch his breath. 4-3 ball game, one out. Juan Perez is on first base with a single. And that's going to bring up Avery Dozy, the first baseman, with one out. Perez off first, the pitch on the way, and there goes Perez to second, and that one is going to go into left field for a base hit. Rounding third base is Juan Perez, and he's going to be held up at third. A double by Avery Dozy to put Juan Perez at third base. Doubledays fans are electric here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So we've got one out, and runners are on second and third. And that is going to bring up number 11, Logan Scully, as Fernando Espinal's night is done here in the bottom of the 6th. The 0-0 is going to hit Logan Scully right in his arm. Bases are loaded. 4-3 ball game. One out. So bases are loaded with one out. 4-3 ball game. Doubledays only down by one. A home run by Ryan Grundy. Got the Doubledays only down by one. Due up is Alex Sandell. The pitch on the way to Sandell is going to be hit to the shortstop. Cooper Loyal, the throw to second is in time, but a base hit will score. An RBI by Alex Sandell to tie the ball game here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 4-4 ball game. Doubledays are going to get themselves 2 runs here in the bottom of the 6th inning to tie it up. Logan Scully got out at second base. Adam Sullivan is due up to the plate. With 2 outs. Off of first is Dozy. The pitch on the way is going to be fouled first base side and out of play. And that one's going to go into right field for a base hit. 1 run will score. Going to third base is Avery Dozy. A base hit by Adam Sullivan to score a run. Doubledays are on top here in the bottom of the 6th inning, 5-4. And John Ciori is going to make his way out to the pitcher's mound. That is going to be it for Colin Pipkin's night. A great outing through 5 for Colin Pipkins. And the bottom of the 6th inning, Pipkins gave up 3 runs, 5-4 ball game. We'll be back as the relief pitcher warms up. We've got 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 5-4 ball game. Doubledays are up. They've got 10 hits on the game compared to the Red Wings 5 hits. And that is going to bring up Bradley Soto Diaz against Garrett Pound, number 34, the lefty reliever. He's got a runner on first and third base. That's Sullivan on first. He's going to throw back to first. And the pickoff attempt is not in time to try to get Sullivan, who singled to score a run, making it a 5-4 ball game. Pound's going to come set. The pitch on the way is going to be fouled back our way. Count is 0-1. On third is Alex Sandell, who made it to first on a fielder's choice, scored an RBI, and now he's on third off of the base hit from Sullivan. The 0-1 is way outside. Great stop there by Tyler Skaggs. 1-1 count to Bradley Soto Diaz, who tripled in his last at-bat and then scored, looking to do some damage here. The 1-1 on the way is inside for ball 2. We've got a 2-1 count. The 2-1 is going to be fouled back our way. Two and two count. With one out. Runners are on the corners. Excuse me, 2 outs. Runners on the corners. The throwback to first is not in time. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch on the way is going to be popped up first base side and out of play. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch on the way. And there goes Adam Sullivan to second. A stolen bag for him. That puts 2 runners in scoring position. 3 and 2 count. This puts some pressure on Bradley Soto Diaz, looking to do some damage. The pitch on the way from Pound is going to be popped up to right field and out of play. The pitch on the way is going to be drilled into center field. Running to it is Aiden also Brooks. And that is the 3rd out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. But not after a few runs come in for the Auburn Doubledays to put it a 5-4 ball game. A home run by Ryan Grundy made it a 4-3 ball game. And then a single by Juan Perez. Then a double by Avery Dozie. And then Alex Sandell got on base. He scored Juan Perez. And then Sullivan got on base. And he scored Avery Dozie. So it is a 5-4 ball game. Doubledays up. On the mound still for the Doubledays is Ethan Fulton. We'll be back for the top of the 7th inning. We are back here for the top of the 7th inning. That pitch to John Lewis is called for a strike. Fulton on the mound, the 0-1, and that one is going to be hit to Sullivan, who lays out but misses it. Gavin Grapuso throws to first, and then it's in time. Wow, what a great play there by Gavin Grapuso to retire John Lewis at first base. A 6-3 put out for the first out here in the top of the 7th inning. What a great play there by Gavin Grapuso to pick up the first out. And that is going to bring up Aiden also Brooks. The pitch on the way from Fulton is going to be fouled. .30 pitches on the night for Ethan Fulton. Also Brooks grounded out to first in his last at-bat. The pitch on the way is going to be called a strike. 0-2 count. Fulton shakes off a sign from the catcher. The 0-2 on the way, and that one's going to be hit first base side, but stay foul. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Let's see what Ethan Fulton can do here ahead in the count. The 0-2 pitch on the way is going to be swung on and whiffed. A strikeout for Ethan Fulton to retire Aiden Also Brooks. Second strikeout of the night for Ethan Fulton as he picks up the second out here in the top of the 7th inning. The pitch on the way, and that one is swung on a whiff by Tyler Skaggs. That pitch on the way to Tyler Skaggs is going to be taken for a ball. We've got a 1-1 count. The 1-1 is going to be hit into right field. Running in is Ryan Grundy. Can he grab it? And no, he cannot. That one is going to drop for a base hit from Tyler Skaggs. That is going to bring up Cooper Loyal, the shortstop for the Geneva Redwings. And that one is going to be popped up to Ryan Grundy and caught for the third out here in the top of the 7th inning. That's going to be it here in the top of the 7th. 1 hit given up, no runs come in. We'll be back for the bottom of the 7th inning on the Auburn Doubledays YouTube channel. We're back here for the bottom of the 7th inning. 5-4 ball game. Doubledays are up. Due up is Dalton Groves. That first pitch did not find the zone. The pitch on the way, and that one is taken for a strike. Pitch on the way to Groves is fouled back our way. The count is 1-2. Dalton Groves behind 1-2. The pitch from Garrett Pound on the way is inside for ball 2. 2-2 count with no outs. The 2-2 on the way, and that one's going to be popped up out of play. Two balls, 2 strikes, no outs. The pitch on the way is going to be popped up and out of play. The 2-2, and that one is high. The count is 3-2. The pitch on the way is going to be hit into right field. Underneath that is Matt Jennings, and he puts out Dalton Groves on an F9 put out for the first out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The lineup will flip over with 1 out. That is going to bring up Gavin Grapuso, the shortstop for the Auburn Doubledays. The pitch on the way is inside for ball 1. 1-0 count with 1 out. The pitch on the way is outside for ball 2. 2-0 count. The 2-0 on the way is outside. 3 straight balls from Garrett Pound. The pitch, and that one is taken for a strike. We've got a 3-1 count. The 3-1 is outside for ball 4. Grapuso is going to walk. So due up is the man of the hour, Ryan Grundy, who hit a home run in his last at-bat. We've got a runner on first base with 1 out. Grapuso off of first. The pitch from Pound is taken for a strike. 0-1 count. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. The throwback to first is not in time from Garrett Pound. No balls, 1 strike with 1 out. The throwback to first is not in time again. Grapuso dancing around, catching the attention of Garrett Pound, the lefty pitcher. The pitch on the way is outside for ball 1. One. The pitch on the way, and there goes Grapuso to second, but he's going to have to go back because that one was fouled back. One-two count. Grundy down the count. Looking for a base hit here to move around Grapuso. The throwback to first is not in time. That is 3 throwbacks to first from Garrett Pound to try and get Gavin Grapuso. The 1-2 on the way, and there goes Grapuso. The throw down to second is not in time. A stolen bag for Gavin Grapuso. We've got a runner in scoring position, as that pitch did in fact find the zone. So that is a strikeout for Garrett Pound. His first of the night. We've got 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning, and that's going to bring up Gabe Sanders. Two outs in the bottom of the 7th, 5-4 ball game. Off of second base is Gavin Grapuso. And Pound is going to step off. Oh, 0-1 count to Gabe Sanders. The pitch on the way, and there goes Grapuso to third. That one's going to be hit to Cooper Loyal. The throw to first is in time. A 6-3 put up to pick up the third out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. No runs will come in. 5-4 ball game. Doubledays up by 1. We'll be back for the top of the 8th inning on the Auburn Doubledays YouTube channel. We're back here for the top of the 8th inning. Ethan Fulton still on the mound. And due up for the Red Wings in the top of the 8th is Christian Bermudez, who struck out in the 5th inning. The pitch on the way, and that one's going to be hit into right field, but no, it is not. Alex Sandell cut that one off from a base hit. A great play there by Alex Sandell to retire Christian Bermudez. So that is going to bring up Tyson Bryant Dawson as the lineup flips over in the top of the 8th inning. We've got 1 out, 5-4 ball game, and that one's going to be hit back to Fulton, who runs it to first for the second out here in the top of the 8th inning. 2 up, 2 down. Great play there by Ethan Fulton to glove it cleanly and throw it to first for the second out. 1-3 put out to retire Tyson Bryant Dawson. That's going to bring up James Nunnally. The pitch on the way is called for a strike. Two outs. The pitch on the way is going to be fouled, third base side, and out of play. 0-2 count. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Let's see what Fulton can do here. The 0-2 pitch is taken for a ball. We've got a 1-2 count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch on the way is low, making the count 2-2. The 2-2 on the way from Fulton is going to be fouled first base side. We've still got a 2-2 count here in the top of the 8th. Two and two count. Fulton looking for a strikeout here. The pitch is low. The count is 3-2. Fulton has 2 strikeouts on the night. He's looking for more. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Fulton's going to come set. The 2-2 on the way is going to be hit off of the leg of James Nunley and be a dead ball. Still a 2-2 count. And James Nunley is going to call time to adjust his leg guard. Fulton comes set, 2-2. The pitch on the way is going to be fouled back our way. The 3-2 on the way is going to be hit to Alex Sandell. The throw to first is in time. A 4-3 put out to retire James Nunley, as that is going to end the top of the 8th. We're going to make our way to the bottom of the 8th. We'll be right back. We have a pitching change here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Michael Bokus in, number 3, and due up in the 8th inning is Juan Perez, who singled in the 6th. Bocas comes set. The pitch on the way is going to clip Juan Perez. One pitch from Bocas hits Juan Perez. We've got a runner on first base with no outs. Still a 5-4 ball game. Doubledays up by 1. And that's going to bring up Avery Dozy, who doubled in the 6th inning. Juan Perez off of first. And he's going to lay down a bunt, but that is going to be fouled towards the Doubledays dugout and almost hit Logan Scully, the on-deck batter. But fortunately, he jumped out of the way. And it appears that Steve LaRose is going to call a timeout. And he's going to get a pinch runner for Juan Perez. He's going to put in Skylar Mays. So Skylar Mays is making his way towards first base. The pinch runner for the Auburn Doubledays for Juan Perez. Avery Dozy up to the plate. He's down 0-1. Mays off first. And he's going to lay down another bunt. And that one is going to drop in front of home plate, but that is going to roll foul. So we've got an 0-2 count. To Avery Dozy. Dozy back in the box. Bocas is coming set, giving Mays a look. The pitch on the way, and there goes Mays, and that one's going to be popped up to left field. Running over is James Nunnally, and he's going to grab it, and Skylar Mays is going to have to run back to first base. Avery Dozy flies out to left field for an F7 put out for the first out in the bottom of the 8th inning. That's going to bring up Logan Scully, who was hit by pitch in the 6th inning. And Mays is almost picked off at first. He was dancing around. Great throwback by Michael Bocas. And there goes Mays to second, and that one is swung and a whiff. The throw down to second is not in time. A stolen bag for Skylar Mays. We've got a runner in scoring position with 1 out. That one was swung on and whiffed, so we've got an 0-1 count to Logan Scully. No balls, 1 strike, the pitch. And that one is going to be popped up to first base. Under that is Zach Butler for the second out in the top of the 8th. That is going to bring up Alex Sandell with 2 outs. Two outs. Bocas is going to come set. Mays off of second. The pitch on the way is taken for a ball from Alex Sandell. Sandell got on a fielder's choice in the 6th and scored an RBI. The 1-0 on the way is taken for a ball. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs. The 2-0 on the way is going to be a ball. We've got a 3-0 count. Two outs, 3-0 count. Sandell looking for a walk here. The 3-0 on the way. And that is ball 4. Alex Sandell is going to walk. We've got 2 runners on here in the bottom of the 8th, and that is going to bring up Adam Sullivan, who singled in the 6th inning. Two outs, runners are on first and second. Sullivan up to the plate. The 0-0 on the way, and that one is inside to Sullivan. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. The pitch, and that one's going to be fouled. Count is 1-1. One ball, one strike. The 1-1 on the way, and that one does not find the zone. We've got half a full count to the lefty Sullivan. Two 1 count. The pitch on the way is taken for a strike. 2-2 count with 2 outs. The pitch on the way, and that one's going to be popped up and out of play, third base side. Two balls, 2 strikes, no outs. The pitch on the way, and that one is ball. The throw down to third is not in time to get the stealing Skylar Mays. Another stolen bag for Mays. That's his second. "15 pitches on the night from Michael Bacchus. Sullivan's dealing with a 3-2 count, 2 outs, runners on the corners. Let's see what he can do here. The 3-2 on the way, and that is taken for a strike. First strike of the night for Bacchus as he catches Sullivan looking. That's going to be it here in the 8th inning. We're going to make our way to the 9th inning. We'll be right back. We are back here for the top of the ninth. Leading off for the Red Wings as Matt Jennings. Doubledays are up 5-4. They've got 10 hits. Red Wings have 6 hits. Unless the Red Wings score 1 run, this will be it for the Red Wings. And that one is going to be lined in center field for a base hit by Matt Jennings to kick things off here in the top of the ninth inning. So we've got a runner on first base. That is going to bring up the cleanup batter, Zach Butler, the first baseman, with no outs and 1 on. The pitch on the way, and that is taken for a ball. Ethan Fulton still on the mound for the Doubledays. The pitch on the way, and that is high for ball 2. The pitch, and that is inside for ball 3. Three balls, no strikes, no outs. The pitch, and that is taken for a strike. We've got a 3-1 count. And there goes Jennings to second. The throwdown is not in time. A great stop there by Alex Sandell to keep the ball from going to center field, but that is a stolen bag for Matt Jennings to put a runner in scoring position with no outs. Count is full now to the righty Zach Butler. Fulton gives the runner a look. The pitch, and that is going to be fouled back our way. The count is still full. We've got movement in the Doubledays bullpen. The 3-2, and that one hits Zach Butler. That's a hit by pitch given up by Ethan Fulton. So we've got a runner on first and second, and this might be it for Ethan Fulton tonight as Steve LaRose is standing out there. He's walking out to the pitcher's mound now, and it looks like this might be it for Ethan Fulton's night with no outs and 2 runners on. Steve LaRose going out to talk to Ethan Fulton. Pitcher is warming up in the bullpen. Steve LaRose is making his way back towards the dugout, and it looks like Ethan Fulton is going to stay in with no outs and 2 runners on. LaRose has trust in his relief pitcher, and that is going to bring up Joe Tiroli, who popped up to center field in his last at-bat. Fulton comes set. The pitch on the way, and that one is swung on and whiffed. Oh and 1 count with no outs. The pitch on the way, and that one is swung on and whiffed. Back-to-back strikes from Ethan Fulton to catch Joel Tiroli swinging. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch on the way, and that one is going to be popped up. Running over that is the catcher, Dalton Groves. And he does not grab that one. So Joe Tiroli is still going to be up to the plate. No balls, 2 strikes. Fans want to see a strikeout from Ethan Fulton. Fulton's going to come set. The pitch on the way, and that one is taken for a ball. Fans don't agree with the call from the home plate umpire there. Thought that was, in fact, a strikeout. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fulton comes set. The pitch on the way, and that one's going to be fouled first base side, but stay foul. Tiroli up to the plate, taking a few practice swings. The 1-2 on the way, and that one's going to be fouled. Tiroli staying alive. The 1-2, and that one's going to be drilled to left field. Running back is Gabe Sanders, and he makes the grab. Runners will not tag up. We've got 1 out here in the top of the 9th inning on a pop fly to left field. Great grab there by Gabe Sanders, the left fielder. So with 1 out, that is going to bring up John Lewis. Runners are still on first and second. The pitch on the way, and that one is swung on and whiffed. No balls, 1 strike with 1 out. The pitch on the way, and that is a ball to John Lewis. Great stop there by Dalton Groves. The 1-1, and that is a ball to John Lewis. Half of a full count to the righty. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out. The pitch on the way, and that one's going to be hit into left field for a base hit. Rounding third is the runner, but he's going to be held up. Jennings is held up at third base, but he's going to get around on a hit. So we've got bases loaded, a single by John Lewis here in the 9th. 1 out, bases loaded. Aiden also Brooks due up to the plate for the Red Wings. He struck out swinging in the 7th. Fulton going to take his time in between this next pitch. The pitch on the way, and that is taken for a strike. 0-1 count with 1 out. The pitch on the way, and that is taken for a ball. Got a 1-1 count, bases loaded. Doubledays up by 1. The pitch on the way, and that's a ball. 2-1 count. Fulton's going to come set. The 2-1 on the way, and that is taken for a strike. We've got a 2-2 count. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The pitch on the way, and that one's going to be hit. The throw to home is not going to happen because it was bobbled. But we do have one out. An out was going to happen there. So it is a tie ball game on an RBI by Aiden also Brooks. A run does come in to score. That's Matt Jennings. So we are going to make our way to the bottom of the ninth after this inning. We do have 2 outs, though. The pitch on the way, and that is taken for a ball from Tyler Skaggs. And that one is going to go into left field for a base hit. 1 run scores. Runner on third will be held up. So now the Red Wings are up 6-5. And Steve LaRose is going to make his way out to the mound. This for sure will be it for Ethan Fulton's night as he gives up 2 runs here in the top of the ninth. And it looks like that is going to be it. We'll be back as the relief pitcher from the bullpen makes his way out. Andrew Catrone on the mound, and that pitch is going to be hit into center field and dropped for a base hit. 1 run will score. 7-5 ball game. The Red Wings are starting to open this one up here in the top of the ninth with 2 outs. Only 1 pitch needed from Andrew Catrone to give up a base hit to Cooper Loyal. Score is 7-5. Red Wings up by 2. The pitch, and that is outside. We've got runners on first and second. The 1-0, and that is taken for a ball. We've got a 2-0 count from Andrew Catrone to Christian Bermudez, the last batter in the lineup for the Red Wings. The pitch on the way, and that is taken for a ball. Three balls, no strikes, 2 outs. The pitch, and that one's going to be popped up and put out of play. Three balls, one strike, two outs. The 3-1, and that was going to be popped up, making the count 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Patron looking for a strikeout here. The 3-2, and that is high for ball 4. So Bermudez is going to walk. Runners are going to advance. And the bases are loaded with 2 outs. The lineup is going to flip over. That is going to bring up Tyson Bryant Dawson with 2 outs. Bases loaded, 7-5 ball game. Red Wings are up, 2 outs. The pitch on the way, and that is called strike by the home plate umpire. The pitch on the way, and that one is going to be hit to Gavin Grapuso, who flips it to the second baseman Sandell for the 3rd out. So a great inning for the Red Wings offense. Makes it a 7-5 ball game. They scored 3 runs in the top of the 9th. And we are going to make our way to the bottom of the 9th for the Doubledays at-bats. They need to score 2 runs to tie it and 3 to win it. Let's hope that the Doubledays can do that. We'll be right back for the bottom of the 9th inning. We are back here for the bottom of the 9th inning. 7-5 ball game. Red Wings are up. On the mound is still Michael Bokus, and due up is Bradley Soto Diaz. The pitch on the way, and that is taken for a ball. Doubledays need 2 runs to tie it, to send it to extra innings, and 3 to win it in regulation. The pitch on the way, and that one is swung on and whiffed. Both teams have 10 hits each. The pitch on the way, and that one's going to be popped up and put out of play. Count is 1-2. Soto Diaz down in the count. Looking to get things going for the Doubledays offensively. The pitch on the way, And that one is inside and almost clips Bradley Soto Diaz. Count is 2-2. 20th pitch of the night from Focus. The 2-2 on the way. And that is taken for a ball. Three balls, two strikes. The full count pitch on the way. And that is taken for a ball. We've got a runner on first base here in the bottom of the ninth. That is a walk given up by Michael Bokus. As Tyler Skaggs calls timeout to go talk to his relief pitcher. Give him a moment to take a breath. So that is going to bring up Anthony Piazza, pinch hitter, for Dalton Groves here in the bottom of the ninth. Runner on first. The pitch on the way, and that is taken for a strike. No balls, one strike. The pitch on the way, and that is taken for a strike. We've got an 0-2 count. Piazza can't believe it. He's arguing with the home plate umpire. Home plate umpire talking right back to him. Piazza could not believe that that one was called a strike. Fans giving it to the home plate umpire. 0-2 count. The pitch on the way, and that is taken for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 on the way, and that one's going to be drilled into left field and dropped for a base hit. Bradley Soto Diaz is going to stay put at second base, but there's a single for Anthony Piazza to keep the inning alive. A base hit here in the bottom of the ninth. Runners are on first and second with no outs. The lineup will flip over. That is going to bring up Gavin Grappuso. And Grappuso is going to call time. Runners are on first and second with no outs. Grappuso looking for a base hit to score a run. The pitch from Bokus, and that one's going to be hit to the third baseman, Joe Tiroli. The throw to second is wild. He did not tag Bradley Soto Diaz. 1 run comes in. That is going to be a base hit for Gavin Grappuso to score a run, and he's going to be on second on a wild throw from Joe Tiroli, who missed a tag on Bradley Soto Diaz and had a wild throw to second base. Gavin Grappuso keeps the inning alive and scores a run. 7-6 ball game. Doubledays are making a little bit of a comeback, down by 1. And the home run hitter earlier on in the game is due up with no outs. 2 runners in scoring position. The pitch on the way. And that one's going to be hit into center field. And caught and dropped. The ball was dropped. 1 run's going to come in. Grundy's going to second. Another one comes in. Ryan Grundy. I don't believe it. He wins the game. The Doubledays win the game. Have yourself a day, Ryan Grundy. A walk-off hit into center field that scores 2 runs, making it an 8-7 ball game. The Doubledays win. What a game from Ryan Grundy. A home run earlier on in the game, and then a base hit to center field to score 2 runs. He's my MVP of the game. What a hit by Ryan Grundy. That was a double off of the glove of Aiden Also Brooks. An error in center field to score 2 runs. Raposo came in and scored. Soto Diaz came in and scored, and Anthony Piazza came in and scored. What a game we had here brewing in Auburn. The Doubledays are going to win this one 8-7. Ryan Grundy had himself a great night. Wow, what a game. So the Doubledays are going to improve to 16-8-1. They're going to sweep the Geneva Redwings in back-to-back games and back-to-back days. They're going to improve to 2.5 games behind the Batavia Muck Dogs. And the Geneva Redwings are going to drop to 8-14-10. Excuse me, 8-14. The fireworks are going to happen here in a minute. What a great game by the Auburn Doubledays to win it. We'll be back after the fireworks on the Auburn Doubledays YouTube channel. The fireworks show is over, and tonight was a great night for the Auburn Doubledays. They secure the win in the bottom of the 9th inning. Ryan Grundy had himself a home run, and a walk-off hit in the 9th to score 2. And getting the win is going to be Theo Canning. Getting the loss is going to be Colin Pipkins. A great night for the Auburn Doubledays. They improved 16-8-1. And the Red Wings will follow the 8-14 Doubledays win in back-to-back games. We'll be back for a doubleheader tomorrow against the Batavia Muck Dogs. What a great game by the Auburn Doubledays, offensively and defensively, and their pitching staff. We'll be back for tomorrow's game. I'm Evan Carocchio. Thank you for listening. Have a great night.